Hello and welcome to another Buying a Narrowboat. Well, it's middle of January. It's about 2 degrees outside. I have no log burner at the moment, but I'm not worried. I'm still, I've got Dotty, I've got some wine. But one of the things I realised that I probably hadn't said too much about was if you're wanting to buy a boat, what do you need to look for? There are a number of boats available this time of year and throughout the year through any brokerage. But I guess what you need to work out is what type of project do you want to work on. I was fortunate enough to buy this boat for £29,000 and I guess it probably needs about £10,000 worth of work. Now for a 62-foot cruiser stern boat, that's about going to get me up to what the average prices would be for a boat that's going to be about 20 to 25 years old. But there's certainly the things to look out for are how good is the engine. Whatever you do, if you're going to be buying any narrowboat, I would definitely recommend you get yourself a recommended surveyor. Colin was fantastic for me. He really let me know the integrity of the hull, a little bit of history about the boat builder as well. But I knew that this boat was purposely built to cover the sort of holiday type of scenario, and that's where you probably will find boats are available where they've been used for holidays and they're not necessarily purpose built. Clearly you can get yourself a purpose built boat, and many people do, but then you are going to be paying a lot more money and potentially going to lose at least 20% on its resale value straight away. That's pretty much what I hear from any new buyers. So if you're buying a used boat, get a survey. How good's the engine? Do you know how many hours it's done? Get it serviced if you can, particularly if you're going to be cruising like myself. I've got an Aldi heating system here which is as old as the boat and it needs replacing, but I understood that. But it has central heating throughout the boat. I have 4 radiators which are currently serving me through the winter. However, I'm getting through a little bit of gas, but as I mentioned in my last video, one of the things that's going to be happening in the next weekend coming up before the end of the month is that I'll have a multi-fuel log burner. And I guess the thing I'm thinking about is, do I try to link that in with my heating system, have a back boiler, or do I just go for the dry heat multi-fuel purpose and then just literally heat the boat and then just use the Aldi system to heat the water? I don't have a calorifier, whatever that word is. I read it and I still can't pronounce it, but I think we all know what that means, is the way you can use the heat of the engine, but you're running the engine every day. I don't have that, and I'm now wondering, and I'm asking for advice from my other boat users, is it worth getting a calorifier or whatever that thing is that uses the heat of the engine and the hot water system for the engine, because I know mine's been disconnected. So that'd be useful to know. Or do I continue to use the gas, not only for cooking but for heating, not for heating the boat, but certainly for heating the water supply. I've got a generator that could provide electricity, so if I wanted to use there's Dotty barking at passers-by. If I wanted to use the immersion heater, obviously that uses a lot of power, but I always got that as a backup. So tips on buying a narrowboat is definitely get the integrity of the hull sorted, find out how often it's been blacked, how good is the engine, what's your heating system like, how old is the wood burner, and when was the boat safety certificate last done. I think if you've got those 3 things in your head and you know that you've got, from the boat that you want to buy, all those things explained to you clearly, then the world's your oyster, and so is the network. So that's what I just wanted to say, just a very short video on that. Still to come from me. I appreciate everybody that's logged in so far. I think I'm getting up to about 200 subscribers. I'm going to try and push on beyond that. A lot of my other fellow boaters that are providing vlogs for you, we're all trying to do something different, and I guess I don't want to do too much to camera like this. I want to be doing some stuff that's going to actually be more informative and visually stimulating. I'm really happy, and I'd really like to take any ideas for anybody that would like to know about projects that I'm going to do on the boat. which will include some refurbishment stuff that I want to do. I'm going to be painting the inside and the outside of the boat, as well as looking at certainly the lighting system on here, which is the current 12 volt. None of it's LED friendly at the moment, and obviously I want to make that way. So I appreciate you watching and buying into Destiny and the adventures of buying a narrowboat and the trips that are going on and the development of the boat, and look forward to more videos in 2016. I hope you have a great year, and thank you for joining me in the journey.